Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your weekly TarotScopes for the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021. And as you can see on screen here, I have all the decks that I'm going to be working with this week to bring you your TarotScopes. But as I did last week, there is going to be an extended option of the video. So for the public, for everybody who is watching right now, you will see me work with the Osho Zen Tarot, and you will see me work with the Buddha Wisdom. So just those two decks. These two will be added in for the extended reading. So the extended reading, which is available to those who are members of my YouTube channel membership, you will have the reading of those two plus these two added in. So giving you quite a detailed reading for the week ahead. Information on joining the club is all in the description box below. And yeah, I hope you all join, and I hope you all connect with us on the group, because it really is an amazing club giving you a lot of insight and a lot of access to me. So if you enjoy my work, then please do consider joining. Right, so as I said, for your TarotScopes, we're only going to be working with these two. So these are just the boxes. Let's get them out of the way. And let's have a look and see what this week has in store for you. So this is the Osho Zen Tarot, and this is, as you can see, the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards. So that's going to give you your base grounding energy for the week ahead per sign of the zodiac. So whatever sign you are, if you look in the description below, you will find the timestamps to take you straight to your zodiac. And I hope you have an awesome week. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Let's get straight into it, starting with Aries. Hello Aries, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your TarotScopes for the week ahead. Here you can see is the date of the week ahead, 18th to the 24th of January 2021. And today I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot, and I'm also working with the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards. There is an extended portion of this reading. All that information is written up above and in the description below if you want to join to get access to the extended reading. But for now, let's get straight in and see what this week has in store for you. So the first card we have for you is the card of creativity. Isn't that just gorgeous? I actually need to bring it up and show you, because it is really absolutely stunning. These cards, the artwork is just amazing. So here we have creativity, and it's basically saying that the creativity lies within you, okay? So this week, Aries, whatever it is that you've got planned, whatever it is that happens for you this week, you've got to learn to trust the creativity that you have within your heart and soul. You've got to learn to dig deep within yourself and to find the creativity to solve your problems, to access the things that you want to access. So you're not going to find answers externally, you're going to find them all internally, but it's all within your own creative self. So anything that you're facing this week, get creative in finding solutions, in finding ways of doing things. It's time to climb out of your comfort zone and to allow your creativity to flow freely. Let's see the other card that we have. Right, we have a 5, we have the outsider. And you know, it really is. Sometimes we do feel like this, don't we? Sometimes in life we do feel as if we are on the outside looking in. Everybody else is having a great time. Everybody else is having a fabulous time, and we're stuck on the outside. We can see the chain and we can see the padlock. Again, let me bring it closer so that you can see. So we feel as if we are locked out, but can you see that that padlock is actually not locked? But we haven't even taken the real chance to look. We've just assumed it's locked. We've seen the padlock, we've seen the chains, and now we're feeling like we're excluded. We're feeling like we're on the outside. Everybody's having fun on the inside, but actually, if we just took the chance to look there, we would see that the padlock is not locked, which means that we can open and go and join in. But we are blocked by our own perceptions. We are blocked by our own reality, by the own way that we look at things. And this is exactly what we're saying, Aries. So for your week ahead, instead of jumping to conclusions, instead of jumping to thinking that you're trapped on the outside looking in while everybody's having a good time, maybe what you need to be doing is you need to be looking at everything. Get your creative juices flowing. Look at everything with a strong creative heart, and you'll see the opportunities to enter and to go in and have fun with everybody else. Don't be so quick to judge circumstances and situations this week. Let's see what Buddha Wisdom wants to add for you, Aries. Why do what you will regret and bring sorrow upon yourself? Do only what you do not regret and fill yourself with grace. That is actually quite appropriate, isn't it, Aries? So when we look at this, okay, when we look at the situation that we've got going here, we have got Empress energy, we have got creativity, saying to you that the answers you seek are within yourself. Everything that you're looking for, you will find within your own heart space, within your own self. Do not look externally. Everything that you need is here within yourself, but you need to be creative. You need to look at things differently. You need to look at things through a different tint, if I may call it that. Instead of thinking that you are excluded and pushed out and not welcome and not wanted, you need to look at things with fresh eyes. I'm going to read this to you again. Why do what you will regret? What's he regretting? He's regretting being on the outside and not being let in. And bring sorrow upon yourself. Yes, because while he's sitting on the outside or standing there, he is feeling sorry for himself. Absolutely. Do only what you do not regret. And what he won't regret is being creative and looking at the challenge, looking at the obstacle, looking at the problem, and seeing beyond that. All right. Do only what you do not regret and fill yourself with grace. Because when you open that door and you join your friends, you join the people who are on the other side of that gate, you will absolutely not regret it, and you will be full of grace, full of happiness, and full of joy. All right, so Aries, I'm now going to move on to the extended reading of this, where we're going to carry on with this, but we're just going to get more detail, more insight, and more inspiration. And remember that that feature is available for my club members only. But for the rest of you, have an amazing week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. You can see the date we're working with. It's the 18th to the 24th of January 2021. And this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards. And this week again I am sticking with the new theme, where there is an extended video available to everybody who is on my YouTube membership club on the motivated tier, and they will get a lot more cards added to the reading. But for you Taurus, let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. So card number one we have, Taurus, is suppression. Okay, so suppression is a very interesting card. I actually want to bring it closer and show you. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. So there we have a person who feels like the walls are closing in. Okay, he feels like he's being completely suffocated. He's got all these ropes, but you can see there's just a tangled mess. He's got this pillar coming down. He's got these walls that are closing in around him, and he's running out of space. He doesn't quite know what to do with himself. He doesn't quite know how to respond or how to get out of his current situation. So he's definitely feeling very trapped. He's definitely feeling very stuck, very caged in. Okay, and he doesn't quite know what to do with himself. So you may find yourself feeling a little bit claustrophobic this week. You may be feeling like the walls are closing in around you this week, Taurus. And you know, we've all been there. We've all been there, and it's not a good place to be, is it? It's certainly not a comfortable place to be. And often what happens when we are in these situations where it feels like the walls are closing in, it's the panic. It's the panic and the fear and the anxiety that we experience that sort of seems to make the walls close in even more. When we stay calm, when we stay focused, and when we start looking at the situation more, I want to say realistically, it's easier to find solutions. But when you allow that panic and all of this energy that you see around the outside of the card here, that is the panic, that is the fear and the anxiety. When you allow that to run and to rule you, you succumb and you feel like you are suppressed. You feel like there's just no way out of your situation. Let's just see the other card, because it obviously will explain a lot more. All right, we've got the sun, we've got the source energy. So, and I love how the colors are the same. Can you see that? They're both very oranges and reds and yellows. They both got the same colors going for them. So what we have to understand here this week, Taurus, is that this may be a week where you feel as if you are caged, where you are trapped, where you are suppressed, where the walls are closing in on you. But it's telling you that you've got to go to the source. And where is the source? The source is within you, within your heart and soul. You've got to dig deep and go within yourself to find the solutions, to find the answers, so that you can overcome this feeling of suppression, this feeling of being trapped, caged, isolated, and locked away from everything. This is something that you have to do on your own. Okay, so unfortunately, Taurus, nobody's going to come through with a magic wand and save the day. Nobody's going to save you. You have to overcome your own insecurities, your own anxieties, your own fears. And the only place that you can do that is by going within yourself, finding the source. And you know what? I'm suddenly wanting to say this may be the source of the problem. This may be finding the source of this, of the challenge, the problem, the obstacle, whatever it is that's going on in your mind, the feelings that are going on in your mind, the concerns and the anxieties. Where is it coming from? Where is its source? And maybe if you focus on finding that, instead of focusing on the challenge, let's focus on where is it coming from, because maybe somewhere inside this, I want to call it a crypt that's closing in on you, maybe there's a switch. And you're so worried about untangling the ropes and pushing the walls aside that you haven't even seen the switch. And if we flip the switch, maybe suddenly everything gets easier and gets better. So instead of focusing on the challenge, instead of focusing on the problem, let's try and focus on where it's coming from. And if you can do that, you may be surprised at the solutions and the problems, the solutions that you're able to come up with. Let's have a look and see what the Buddha Wisdom card wants to add. Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. You know what? I think I say this quite a few times, but I can't make this stuff up. Right, it says go beyond likes and dislikes. Free yourself from attachment. And that is exactly what the suppression card is saying. Sorry, I see we've lost focus. Let's just bring it back into focus. There we go. So that is exactly what the suppression is. Here we're more focused on the likes and the dislikes, on the situation, on what we perceive it to be, instead of getting back to the source of the matter, the source of the situation, finding that switch that we can switch that will change our circumstances immediately. So Taurus, for you, it doesn't look like a fabulous week, but I am confident that you are going to overcome this. You are going to find the source of your challenge, your anxiety, your stress, your worries, and you're going to overcome this suppression. You're going to overcome these walls that are closing in around you. You're going to overcome these and push them away so quickly and so easily, because you're not going to succumb. You're not going to give in to the chaos. You're not going to give in to the challenge. You are going to find the solutions, and you are going to have an awesome week. All right, Taurus, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, you are welcome to join the membership club to get an extended reading on this. The extended reading is going to continue from this and help you get tools to possibly resolve the situation instead of succumbing to it. So I'm going to now stop this video and move on to the extended video. I hope to see you all there. Have an awesome week. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello Gemini, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We're working the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, and this week I'm working with the Osho Zen Tarot, and I'm also working with the Buddha Wisdom Oracle cards. So let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you, Gemini. Right, so the first card we have is the card which is the Three of Pentacles, which is guidance. These cards are just so exquisite. I love the imagery. So Three of Pentacles in traditional tarot is the card of saying that, you know what, there are people around who can assist you with anything that you need. It's the card of hard work. It's the card of being recognized for the hard work. It's a card of being recognized for the effort that you put into everything, okay? And you need to understand that there's always somebody around to offer you guidance. There are angelic beings available anytime that you need them. All you've got to do is ask, okay? So recognize this week, Gemini, that there's going to be a lot of work to do. There's going to be a lot of things for you to be focusing on. There's going to be a lot of work for you to do, but don't feel as if you're completely on your own. If any time you feel like I don't quite know what I'm doing, I'm not quite sure of myself, I'm not quite certain of what's going on, just know that there are people around you, angelic beings and other human beings, who are available to give you the guidance and the assistance that you need. But it's also saying to you, just know that you're being watched all the time. Just know that there's somebody who's paying attention. Just know that there is somebody who is always around to not give criticism only, but to offer you the guidance that you need whenever it is that you need it. Let's have a look and see what else we've got. Okay, we have got the card of movement. All right, we have got the card of movement and the card of traveling. Basically what this card is saying to you is that There is movement, there is change that is already in motion. It's already happening. And you know what happens is, we are now halfway through the first month of 2021. Can you believe it? We are now past the halfway mark, and we've put a lot of pressure on ourselves now in January to achieve great things, to do lots of things, to be better, to be smarter, to be healthier, to be so many things. And now already middle of Jan, you may now start questioning yourself and saying, how am I doing? Am I actually doing okay? There's all this change taking place. There's all this movement taking place, and you're not certain if you're doing okay. You're not certain if you're doing all right. And that's where this guidance card comes into it. So Spirit is saying to you that, yes, we see you. We're watching you. We're with you. We're there to assist you whenever you need the assistance, whenever you need it. But understand that you're still in progress. There's still movement and change taking place. If we look at this card close up, you can see it's the mountains, and you can see that there's light. I mean, we've got clouds, we've got a bit of mist, a bit of fog. There is the person walking, okay, so tiny. And you can see that there is this path, and this path is going up and up and up all the way. So we're still far from the top, we're still far from destination, but there is progress. We have already started, we're already partway through our journey. There is progress, there is movement, but we have to understand that there's still a long way to go. So don't be so quick to criticize yourself. Don't be so quick to be hard on yourself. Give yourself a bit of a break and recognize that there's always guidance if you need it, but movement, change, progress is already afoot for you. Let's have a look and see what the Buddha wisdom wants to add. Do not let pleasure distract you, for in craving pleasure comes sorrow. Oh, wow, that is so. Let's do that again. Do not let pleasure distract you, for in craving pleasure comes sorrow. You know what that means? It says what I'm getting from this is don't set yourself up for failure. That's exactly what I'm getting. So what is pleasure? Pleasure is something that we're after. Pleasure is something that we want to achieve. Pleasure is something that we've set out for ourselves, okay? So it says, don't let pleasure distract you, for in craving that success and that pleasure comes sorrow. So don't be so self-critical of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Recognize we need to be more, I'm going to say, honest and realistic. And I think, again, that's what the guidance is saying to you. The angels are available. The angels are available to guide you and assist you and to help you stay true to your journey. Here you are. There's that tiny little speck of who you are. You've only just started on your journey. There's still a whole way to go. So don't be so critical of yourself. Don't be so judgmental of yourself, and don't say, oh, well, it's the middle of January and you haven't achieved much. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's just focus on the fact that there is progress, that there is movement. If you crave the pleasure is the outcome, it's the final destination, it's the achievement, it's the accomplishment. If you crave that, all right, if you crave that, and if you're working towards that and expecting that of yourself now already, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And I think that's really the message is we don't want to set ourselves up for disappointment. Gemini, have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. I'm now going to move on to the extended reading for this. We're going to continue with the same. We're going to get more understanding on this guidance, more understanding on the traveling, and that is available for my club members. If you would like to know more, if you would like to see more of what's going on for you this week and get better understanding of this message, please do consider joining the club. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello Cancerians, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, and this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot, and I'm also working with the Buddha Wisdom Oracle cards. Let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Right, so Cancerians, the first card we have is Turning In. I love that. And can you see how all her thoughts, these are all her thoughts, these are all her anxieties, these are all her stresses behind her. And you can see that they are quite dark, but look at her. She's calm, she's beautiful, she's serene. I love how she's got this, I'm going to call it this water blanket on her. And you can see how calming it is and how soothing it is. And she doesn't have a care in the world. She's got all these stresses, she's got all these anxieties, but by turning in, I almost want to say by tuning in, by turning in and tuning in to the self, you are blocking out all the worries and all the cares and all the anxieties, which then allows you to better handle it, to better deal with it, and to better make the decisions that we need to. So Cancerians, for your week ahead, this is what's important. It's important that you find a way of turning within inwards to yourself, to block out the stress, to block out the anxiety, to block out all the chaos that's going on in your life, because we don't want to let that rule us. We don't want to let that control us. We need to find our happiness. We need to find our bliss. We need to find ourself by through. And this is done through meditation. This is done through exercise. This is done through breathing. Any kind of activity that allows you to turn in, to tune into yourself. Okay? Anything that you do there is going to bring you the inner peace, the inner guidance that you need. So you need to find a way of turning within, connecting with yourself, and not being concerned with the external. Let's see the other card that we have. Oh, I like that. You've got the Lovers card. So traditionally, the Lovers talks about two people coming together, and here we can see we have the two people coming together, but it also talks about consequences of your actions. Okay, that's the other message of the Lovers card. The Lovers card says that you've got to recognize that your actions carry consequences. So if you don't take the time to turn in, if you don't take the time to tune into yourself and to ask yourself, what do you really want? What's really important? What's really significant in your life? If you don't do that, then the consequences of your actions are not going to be as great as you need or want them to be. Okay, the Lovers card talks about two energies, two individuals, two beings coming together for the same purpose, the same cause, and with the same integrity, with the same expectations. But again, you're not going to notice that. You're not going to have that opportunity to connect with another if we don't understand what's going on within our own heart and souls. So this doesn't mean that there's a new relationship for you. It means a connection with another person, but you're only going to have it when you've recognized and connected within yourself and removed external chatter, external clutter. So this external that we're seeing here, it could actually be other people's opinions. It could be other people's thought processes. It could be other people's whatevers. You need to start disconnecting from what other people say, from the chaos that you're hearing in your mind and in your physical ears, and connect with your heart center. Connect with your heart center to find the truth and follow that truth and let that truth be what drives you. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's very, very nice. Let's have a look and see what the Buddha Wisdom card wants to add. Endure harsh words, for many people speak wildly. Endure hard words in peace. So endure harsh words, for many people speak wildly. Endure hard words in peace. So that does, I know that Buddha always speaks a little bit strangely, so it takes a little bit of a understanding, but I think this card, this message, this little phrase is talking very clearly to these people who are speaking nonsense, these people who are causing stress and anxiety. And you've got to just, you know what, you can't stop this. You can't stop the stress. You can't stop the anxiety. You can't stop the worries, the stresses. You can't stop other people's opinions either, okay? So you have to endure all of that while focusing here, while focusing at the heart center, by focusing on your truth, by focusing on your integrity. That's the only thing. Cut all of this out, eliminate all of this, and focus on you, focus on who you are. Recognize that you deserve to find your equal partner. You deserve to find somebody who meets you halfway, somebody who completes you. And that's what we have there with that geometric symbol. Completion, absolute completion and understanding. But you're not going to have this if you're listening to all this mind clutter. Okay, so that's why the Buddha Wisdom card is saying to you, endure harsh words, because harsh words are going to be said. People have opinions, and people love sharing their opinions, don't they? So endure the harsh words, for many people speak wildly. There's all the people speaking wildly. And endure harsh words in peace. So in other words, no judgment. No judgment of other people's expectations, no judgment of other people's feelings, no judgment of other people's opinions. Let them have their opinions. Let people say what they want to say. But Cancerians, for you this week, it's about just connecting within your heart space, following in with your heart space, and knowing that that is where the truth lies. The truth does not lie in other people's opinions. The truth lies within your own heart space. All right. Cancerians with love and blessings, I'm now going to extend this reading. I'm going to continue with this reading, continue with the same message, but adding more cards for more clarity, and that will be an exclusive for those members of my YouTube channel. And I do hope that you consider joining if you would want further explanation or further understanding of this message. With love and blessings from my heart to yours, take care. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot, and I'm also working with the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle. Let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. So the first card we have is slowing down. I like that. Slowing down is basically saying to you that, yeah, you need to slow down. So what we have here, let's just look at the image because the graphics are just absolutely gorgeous. So we have this turtle who is walking towards the water, obviously laid our eggs, done everything that we need to do, now wanting to return back to the water. I love this rainbow effect that we have here. And, you know, we need to recognize that slow doesn't equal weak. Slow doesn't equal weak. You know, being slow just means that you are being more sure-footed, more confident, and that you will ultimately arrive where you need to be and what you need to be doing. But it is important that we slow down. It is important that we be more mindful of every single step that we take and be mindful of the objectives and where we're going and how we intend on getting there. The other thing that I'm reminded of when looking at this particular card is being the tortoise. You know, he carries his home on his back. Everything that he needs is there. So if there is any danger, if there is anything that happens that he's nervous about or anxious about, he can just retreat into his home at any time. So it's about recognizing what you have right with you, right on you, and recognizing that you need to utilize what's available to you instead of always trying to find more, instead of always trying to find something else. Okay, so it's important for you this week, Leo, that we slow down. It's important that we look at our surroundings and be more mindful of what we have on us, with us, around us. And when it comes to making decisions, when it comes to moving forward, when it comes to progressing, utilize what you have available to you instead of always trying to achieve the impossible. Okay, let's have a look and see the other card that we have this week. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is so in traditional tarot, because Osho Zen is not really traditional tarot, but I know a lot of you like to know the traditional tarot. So this is the Knight of Pentacles in traditional tarot, and flowering is going to be I think it's the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing that which you already have. And that's exactly what she's doing. Let's have a look. So she's sitting on a beautiful lotus leaf, okay? And she has everything. I mean, I love all the necklaces, the rainbows, the flowers in her hair. I love the fact that her hair is the yin and the yang, okay? The black and the white. I love how she has got her belly exposed, because that's what women do, is we create from our center. From there, I love the colors and the flowers and everything in the background. I also love the fact that the water is a little bit choppy, that we can see everything, and she's so confident in herself. She is creating this beautiful halo around her, and she has abundance. She has everything that she needs, everything that she wants is provided for. Everything that she requires is there, right there with her. She is protected, she is safe, but she has enough of everything that she needs. Her heart is full. Her life, her soul is content. Her heart is full and her soul is content. What more could anybody want? All right, so Leo, for you this week, this is really important that you focus on that which you already have. I know life is about setting goals and achieving goals and reaching, you know, milestones and all of that kind of thing. But really what I get with these two cards for you this week, Leo, is about more focusing on what you have right here and right now. Be more mindful of what you've already accumulated. Be more mindful of what you've already achieved. Be more mindful of what's already done, instead of always focusing on what's still to come. Let's be present, okay? Because that's what I get with these two cards, is let's be more present as opposed to being more assertive. Let's have a look and see what the Buddha Wisdom wants to add. I love that. Give thanks for what has been given to you, however little. Oh, I love that. And you know what? That speaks volumes. to what we've said already about these two cards. Okay, that speaks absolute volumes. I'm sorry for the glare that I have there. Speaks absolute volumes for what we've already said here. And that's our tortoise. You know, he gives thanks. He's slow. He's slowing down. He's making steady progress. He's not chasing, you know, he's not chasing the rabbit. He's not chasing the impossible. He's being mindful. He's taking his casual steps, but he's constantly grateful that if any trouble comes, if any danger comes, he has his house with him and he can go into it. Our Queen of Pentacles flowering here, she recognizes that she is at the peak of her existence, that she has everything that she needs, wants, and desires provided for her. She gives thanks in everything that she does. And Leo, that is important for you this week. Slow down, give thanks, practice gratitude, and know that your needs are met. I'm now going to switch over to the extended version of this reading. Information about the extended readings are in the description below. Leo, have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello Virgo, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, and this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and with the Buddha Wisdom Oracle cards. Let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Right, so Virgo, we have got card 0, the Fool. And as you can see, he is about to, well, he has already stepped off the edge. He has already stepped off the cliff, and he is stepping into the abyss, and he is not worried. Just look at his face. He's actually got a bit of a smile on his face. He's trusting, okay? He's holding his innocence. He's holding the rose of innocence. We have this beautiful clear sky. And yes, there's a long drop. Yes, there's a long fall, but he knows he's going to land in this river. And this may be a magical river. This river may be full of, I don't know, let's call it jelly. I don't know what it's full of, but it's not going to hurt him. He's not going to suffer. He trusts that the universe is going to take care of him. He trusts that his needs are going to be met and that everything is going to be okay. And this is what you need to do. So the key word of the Fool card is have faith. The key word of the Fool card is trust, belief, and have faith. It's saying to you that you need to take that step. You need to take that leap of faith. You need to take that step off the cliff. And, you know, we don't want to be reckless. We don't want to take unnecessary risks. Okay? We don't want to be silly. Let's put it that way. But if there's something that you want to do and you don't have all the answers, you don't know if it's a sure thing, but you suspect that there's a strong likelihood that it's going to be a sure thing, this is the card that's telling you, go for it. This is the card that's telling you, do it. It's going to be okay. If you just suddenly have an idea for business, as an example, this card is telling you, you know what, don't be foolish, all right? But if there's a bit of risk involved, a little bit of uncertainty, but otherwise you're quite sure it's going to be okay, this is the card that's telling you to absolutely go for it. Let's have a look and see what this other card wants to say. Okay, we have got playfulness. That is, I love that. So it's very interesting because one of the similarities that I'm spotting here between these two cards is the Fool is often seen or often depicted in other tarot decks as a bit of a jester, okay, as a bit of a circus clown. And here under playfulness, we've got the circus clown. And the circus clown is being playful. All right, let's have a look at him. Let's bring him closer. Okay, you can see again, he's not really watching where he's walking. There is movement, there is action, there is progress, but he's not really watching. But look at all this magic that he has around him. Okay, so he is trusting in that magic. He is trusting in that to make sure that he doesn't bump into anything, that he doesn't hurt himself, that he doesn't fall or trip or hurt himself. He is trusting in the magic that he has created. So he is very much in control, even though he looks foolish, even though he looks playful, even though he looks like he doesn't actually need to be taken seriously. He really does need to be taken seriously, okay? So he trusts and believes in himself. And you know what? I really think for you, Virgo, this week, we mustn't take things too seriously. We need to have a leap of faith. We need to trust and believe in the magic that we have created. So you obviously are working on something this week, and you need to trust and let it happen in the way that it needs to happen. Don't try and control everything all the time. Don't try and be so by the book. Okay, we need to take a chance. We need to take a gamble, and we need to trust and know that everything is going to work out exactly as it needs to. All right, let's have a look and see what the Buddha Wisdom wants to contribute. I love that. Be still and loving and fearless, for the mind talks and the heart knows. Isn't that amazing? Be still and loving and fearless, for the mind talks and the heart knows. And you know what? I really think, have I broken the camera? Hold a second. Needs to focus on something close, and then it focuses on the stuff in the back. There we go. All right. So Virgo, for you this week, you've got to focus on what's important. You've got to focus on being still, be loving, be fearless. He's fearless, he's loving, he's courageous, he's brave, but there's movement, there's change. I know it says be still, but we're going to be still in our hearts, we're going to be still in our minds, we're not going to be still in our actions. We need to step forward in our actions, we need to be brave and confident there, and we need to trust. I think the big thing here is trusting that the universe has got your back, trusting that the universe is actually taking care of you in the way that you need to be taken care of. All right, Virgo, have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. I am now going to carry on with an extended reading. So if you are interested in the extended reading of this, please consider joining the YouTube channel membership club, because that gives you instant access to all of the extended readings that I do. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello Libra, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and obviously the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards to bring you awesome reading for the week ahead. So let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. All right, cards are upside down. That one too. No, that one's not. Okay, so the first card we have is Innocence. I love this card. The imagery on these on this particular deck is really gorgeous. So here we have, you can see that he's a wise man. You can see that he's got all the knowledge. He's got a praying mantis on his hand, and he is just being in the moment. He is just connecting with nature, connecting with himself, connecting with whatever's there, and he is just reveling and enjoying the moment. And it is the card of innocence. And this is, it's an interesting one for you, Libra, for the week ahead, because it's basically saying to you, just when things happen, spur of the moment, as things happen, just connect and just be in that moment. We are so quick to like, if this were to happen to us, if a praying mantis were to land on our hand, or any kind of insect, we're too quick to just brush it off and carry on with whatever we're doing. We don't often stop to smell the roses, as such, and I think that's really what it's saying to you this week. This week it's quite important that we do that, Libra. This week it's quite important that we find the time, the inclination, the energy to actually just notice what's really going on right there in front of us, and to just innocently enjoy. I love the phrase when they say through the eyes of children, through the eyes of babies, because they see things with such innocence, they see things with such enthusiasm, which with such excitement. The first time and every time that they see something, they just get so excited. We as adults, we tend to overcomplicate things. We tend to, get too stuck in our heads almost. And we've lost our innocence, haven't we? We've lost our ability to just enjoy things for what they are. And really for you this week, Libra, it's quite important that we go back to that, or we try and, as things happen, as things unfold, as things transpire in our life, let's just connect and just enjoy that moment. Let's just get into that moment and just enjoy it for what it is. How long is that praying mantis going to sit on his hand for? It's probably going to be just a couple of seconds. We can afford a couple of seconds. We can afford to take a little bit of time to just enjoy the moment. Let's see the other card that we have. I like that. Ordinariness. Ordinariness. I like ordinariness. Right, let's have a look at the card. So here we have somebody who's just walking in the fields collecting flowers ordinarily, like it's something we do every single day. And I love how these two cards are so similar. Sorry, I see I lost the focus on the camera. Let's just get it back. There we go. Yes, right. So I love how these a sort of, I'm going to call it a similar story here, a similar kind of energy coming through with these two cards. And these two cards are both saying to you, take time out. Take time out, enjoy, breathe, be ordinary, be innocent, be simple, be uncomplicated, and just take things as they come. Just be in the now, just be in the moment. So that's quite an important, significant message for you, Libra. Just to bring it back to traditional tarot, because as much as Osho Zen is a tarot deck, it doesn't follow traditional tarot. But let's just take these two cards and put them into their traditional tarot just to get a more specific meaning or interpretation from them. So Innocence is card 19. Card 19 is the sun. The sun is about enthusiasm, joy, happiness, success, abundance, all of those positive attributes. Okay, the sun is what I often like to say is the best card in the tarot system, because it represents everything and anything positive. And that's exactly what we're getting with Innocence. But it's about having that enthusiasm. It's about having that, just being in the now, being in the moment. He doesn't have a care in the world. He's not worrying too much about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow. He is just being content and happy in the moment. Then with this card, okay, this is the eight of, I'm going to call it the eight of rainbows. I don't know actually what it's called in the deck itself, but this suit of rainbows is the suit of wands. No, I'm lying to you. Pentacles. Gosh, I nearly got it wrong. It's the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is the card of hard work. It's the card of putting your head down and just getting on and doing what's expected of you, getting on and doing what's necessary. And obviously her job is to pick flowers. Her job, she's obviously a florist or something like that, but she's just, you can see we don't even get to see her eyes. So as much as she's enjoying the moment and as much as she's appreciating the beauty around her, she's just getting on and doing what needs doing. She's also not thinking too much about yesterday, not thinking too much about tomorrow. She's focusing on the here and the now and getting on and doing it without too much drama and chaos and conflict, with innocence, with joy, with abundance. And that is exactly what you need this week, Libra. Let's have a look and see what Buddha Wisdom wants to add. Choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. I love that. Choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. That actually speaks volumes. Again, sorry, I see we've lost focus. The camera is wanting to challenge me today. So the message here for you, all right, is this week, regardless of what happens, regardless of what comes up for you, regardless of what you experience, find joy in everything. Be innocent, be joyful, be happy, be enthusiastic about absolutely everything. But get on and do what needs doing, okay? Without too much thought, without too much thinking, without too much ego emotions and panic and stress and anxiety. Just be ordinary and just get on and do what needs doing. But it says to you that you need to choose to leave the darkness. I'm changing it. Leave the darkness for the way of the light. So focus on the positive and not focusing on the negative. Libra, that's an awesome message for you for the week ahead. I'm now going to move on to the extended reading, which is available for everybody on my YouTube membership club. So if you would like to join, or if you are a member, I shall see you there. Take care. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We're doing the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, and this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot deck and the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards. So let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Oh, I like it. We have got Three of Cups, otherwise known as Celebration. So the celebration card really is a fantastic one, because it says that whatever you're doing in life, just celebrate and acknowledge it. So here we have three beautiful ladies who are dancing in the rain. You can see how joyful and blissful and happy they are, how they are just connecting with each other, connecting with the elements, and just being in the moment. And they are really dancing and celebrating. We don't know what they're celebrating, but does it really matter? Because they're blissful, they're happy, they're enthusiastic, and they are living their best life. And sometimes that's all that's needed. So Scorpio, this week we want to celebrate, we want to acknowledge, we want to spend some time connecting with our loved ones, connecting with our friends, with our colleagues, with the people who are important and significant. And whatever happens in your life, okay, whatever happens in your life, whether it's something big, something small, whether it's good or bad, let's acknowledge it, let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate the positives and not focus and harp on the negatives. Let's have a look and see what this card wants to bring for you. Here we have possibilities, okay, possibilities. And you know what? Let's again just bring it closer and have a look. So here we have this beautiful eagle who is clearly flying, clearly moving, but suddenly he spotted something. So suddenly he spotted something down on the ground and he's looking. So he's still moving in a forward direction, but he's looking at the possibilities. He's looking at the options that are available to him, and he is about to make a split-second decision. He's about to make a decision of, do I go down here somewhere to catch the rodent or to catch the food or whatever it is that he has spotted, whatever it is that he has noticed. I also want you to note that we have the sun coming up, okay? So it shows you that there is a full day of possibilities, that there is a full day of options and possibilities that are available to you today, this week, and you need to be ready to make split-second decisions. When you spot something, when you notice something, when you see something, don't sit and write out a pros and cons list. Don't sit and try and strategize and figure it out. Scorpio, for you this week, it's about being in the now, it's about being in the moment, and it's about taking opportunities as they are presented to you, as they arrive, as you see them, as you notice them. Take the opportunities and run with them. Okay, run with them. Don't spend too much time thinking. Don't spend too much time strategizing. Don't spend too much time pondering. It's quick decisions, and celebrate the victories. Doesn't matter how small they are. Anything that happens to you this week, anything positive that comes about, celebrate it, acknowledge it, be in the moment, but be ready to make decisions quickly, easily, and simply. Let's have a look and see what the Buddha wisdom wants to add. It says the world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. Oh, the wise continually praises. And you know what? Isn't that just so true? But I think that first sentence, it says the world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. I almost want to change that and say the world always finds a way to blame. You know, we don't do enough of that. We don't do enough praise. We spend more time here than we do there. But the wise continually praises. And you are wise, Scorpio. We know that. You are wise. And that's exactly what's going on here. This is praise. This is celebration. This is acknowledgement. This is wonderment. And this is exactly what you need to be focusing on. But remember, possibilities, options, and opportunities present themselves all the time. But it's how quick are you to see it? How quick are you to notice? How quick are you to react and to respond, to take the opportunities that are there? Are you quick enough, or are you going to miss the opportunities? All right. Scorpio, I hope you have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. I'm now going to move on to the extended version of this reading, where we take these three cards and we just keep adding more, and more, so that we fully understand the celebration, we fully understand the possibilities, and this card as well. And this extended reading is available to everybody on my YouTube channel membership club. I do hope to see you there. You're welcome to join. It is open to everybody. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We're working on the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, and this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine cards. So let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. The first card we have is fighting, and we don't like to see fighting. Here you can see the people who are fighting. He is all armored up. You can see he's got his fists ready. You can see the determination on his face, and he's ready to jump in. He's ready to jump in, and he's ready to get going. You can see the conflict that is happening over there. There's even a hand going to somebody's throat, all right? So that's telling you that that there is going to be some chaos. But the interesting thing about this card is that it's got to do with your mind. So it's not physical, okay? It's not physical fisticuffs with anybody. It's about paying attention to the thoughts and the objects and the ideas and the things that are going on in your head. The fact that these two beings are in the smoke, the fact that they are not as real as he is, also indicates that it's the fighting in the mind. We have to get control of our thoughts. We have to get control of the mind and the things that are going on in our heads. What is also very interesting about this particular card, okay, is that his armor, All right, the armor that he's wearing, I mean, you can see how big it is and how complex and detailed it is. We also have all these buttons and I don't know quite what they all are. But basically what he's doing is he's trying to make himself look fierce, you know, with all the spikes that he's got going and everything. He's trying to make himself look fierce to put people off, okay? So he's trying to almost make sure that nobody comes to attack him. So he is defensive. He is ready to fight. He is ready to tackle. He's ready to do whatever he needs to do. But he's also hoping that just his appearance alone will keep the others away. All right. So we've got to be careful this week, Sagittarius. We want to make sure that our thoughts are clear, that our thoughts are legit, our thoughts are easy, simple, and uncomplicated. We want to make sure that we're not overcomplicating stuff. All right. And we need to make sure that we're not being overly defensive in all our actions, in all that we do this week. We need to make sure that we are seeing things for what they are. We're taking things at face value, if I can say, and we need to make sure that our thoughts are not running away with us, especially in a negative light. All right. Let's have a look and see what this card wants to contribute. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got ripeness, all right? Ripeness is the Nine of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And I mean, look at that fruit. That fruit doesn't get more lush, more ripe, more delicious than what it is. So it's saying to you that everything is ripe for the picking. Everything is ready for harvest. And when we do harvest, it's going to be amazing. We've even got the apples dropping already, okay? That's how ripe they are. That is how ready they are, that they are all automatically dropping from the tree. The harvest is going to be quick and easy. So ripeness is also saying to you that you need to know that whatever you've been waiting for, whatever you've been working on for such a long time, is certainly coming into fruition for you this week. All right. But you've got to make sure that you're not overly defensive, because if you are overly defensive, you know, the way that he's dressed, with the amount of armor that he's carrying, if he goes anywhere near that tree, he's actually not going to be able to grab the fruit. He's going to be bumping and shaking, and he's not going to achieve the objectives that he needs to. Okay. So you need to understand that you need to make sure that you're not overly defensive this week. Everything is ripe, everything is ready, you know, and this could be to do with emotions as well, other people's emotions. Other people's emotions might be quite ripe for the picking, and if you're not careful, you know, you may be triggering the avalanche, is what I'm getting with that. That's very interesting. Absolutely. Sag, let's have a look and see what Buddha wisdom wants to contribute. Let the ultimate truth be your soul food. Gather nothing, store nothing. Oh my gosh. I know I say this often, but like, I can't make this stuff up, guys. I honestly cannot make this stuff up. Let's just have a look at it. Sorry, I know I've broken the focus on the camera. There we go. Let's just analyze these three together. So Sagittarius, basically what Spirit is saying to you for the week ahead. You are ready for the fight. You are ready to tackle. You are ready to engage. You are ready to step forward. Your mind may be running away with you. You are armored. You are defensive, and you are ready to defend yourself, your position, and your understanding and your belief. There are situations that are ripe for the picking. There are opportunities that are ripe for the picking. But you've got to pick, and you've got to initiate, and you've got to move. Yes, Spirit is saying to you, let the ultimate truth be your soul food. And I think this is soul food, okay? This is the ultimate truth. We need to find a blend and a mix of these two. It says to gather nothing and store nothing. So I think what it's saying to you is that the way that you are responding, is maybe you're taking on more than you need to be, taking on more than you should be. So for the week ahead, Sag, it's important that you remove some of the armor so that you don't look so scary, that you don't look so aggressive. You need to be aware of what is right there in front of you, what is right for the picking. Take only that which you need, leave the rest alone. That's exactly what's going on here. I'm now going to move on to the extended reading for this, which I'm quite excited about. I think it's going to be quite good, where we're going to add extra cards to get more understanding of exactly what's going on here for the week. And this extended reading is available to everybody on my YouTube channel membership. So please feel free to join if you would like to know more for your week ahead, Sagittarius. With love and blessings, have an awesome week. Take care. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021. And this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine cards. Let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Right, so Capricorn, the first card we have is the Inner Voice, card number 2. Just look at the detail in this card. Isn't it just gorgeous? So the first thing I notice is this face over here, which looks quite simple and quite average. It's not smiling, it's not frowning. But then when you look further, you see that it's actually the body of this face. All right? And this face, we've got the dolphins, and it's the yin and the yang of the dolphins. We've got this beautiful crystal. We've got the beautiful calm waters across the bottom here. And we've got this crescent moon illuminating from her crown and her third eye. We've also got crescent moons in the background there as well, and another one across the bottom. So what we have with the Inner Voice card is talking about listening to your inner voice, listening to your intuition, trusting and believing in yourself, and not having any, I'm going to call them, unrealistic expectations of yourself. All right. So Capricorn, it's telling you that whatever happens for you this week, whatever happens for you this week ahead, please understand that you need to be focused on self. You need to be focused on all that you have available, all that you have going for yourself. And I almost want to say, don't reach out to other people for guidance. Don't ask other people for advice. And if you do, don't blindly take their advice, because the inner voice is saying, listen to your own inner voice. Trust your own inner voice. Okay? Trust your own inner voice. Trust your own inner guidance, your own inner system, and recognize that you have within yourself all the answers that you seek. You know, I know it's nice to ask friends and family for advice and guidance. It's nice to ask other people's opinions, but often those opinions are biased, or they are full of judgment, or they are full of whatever, and they're often not really good for us. But we feel, because somebody's offered the advice, we feel obligated to take it. And what I'm getting for you from this card is that you've got to learn to start trusting self. You've got to learn to start believing in self and recognizing that you have the answers, the inspiration, the guidance that you need in your life. You've just got to learn to trust it. Let's have a look and see the other card that we've got. I like that, adventure. And look at it. I mean, first of all, the first thing I notice is that this looks like a very young little girl, like a toddler, okay, walking off on their own. And first of all, my mother instincts jump in and I go panic, panic, panic. But what we need to understand here is that this may be the backyard, okay? This is not her in the bushes, in vulnerable or whatever, but maybe mom's right here and maybe mom's watching, but allowing her to have the adventure that she needs. And look at the light, look at that beautiful rainbow effect, that light that's coming through. The child is in no danger, the child is safe, you are safe. Okay, and Capricorn, I think this is really, when we look at these two together, you've got to allow yourself to go on an adventure. You've got to allow yourself to take a risk. Okay, you've got to allow yourself to take a chance, to take a gamble, to take a risk on life and on yourself. Not be too worried about the potential dangers. Know that spirit are watching, know that spirit are taking care of you. But if you don't take those steps, if you don't try, if you don't branch out a little bit and venture out a little bit, you're never going to know what's waiting for you. You're never going to know what's right there. But you've got to trust your inner voice. You've got to trust that voice within your heart and soul that's telling you exactly what you need, when you need it, how you need it, etc. So be brave, be confident, and be courageous this week. Let's have a look and see what divine wisdom, what Buddha wisdom wants to add. I love that. Find friends who love the truth. Drink deeply. Live in serenity and joy. Oh, I think that is just so powerful. You know what, Capricorn, I really wish you can screenshot this, write it out, print it out, copy it, paste it everywhere in your life. Everywhere, on the fridge, in your car, on the cupboard, on the mirror. Find friends who love the truth. I love that. I am such a truth seeker. Drink deeply from that truth and live in serenity and joy. Joy is my word. Joy is my word. I live my life by joy. If something doesn't bring me joy, I don't do it. Simple. It's simple. Yes, I know we have to do chores, and making my bed doesn't bring me joy, but having a made bed brings me joy. So I will put up with doing the activity because the end result is what brings me joy. All right. Capricorn, it looks like you're in for an awesome week as long as you trust your own inner wisdom, as long as you listen to your own inner voice and you allow yourself to have a little bit of adventure. Step out a little bit and see where it goes, and drink deeply from the waters of truth. I'm now going to move on to the extended reading, which is available to everybody who is on my YouTube club membership. And yeah, if you would like to see what else is going to come here, we're going to add a whole lot of more cards to this reading. And if you want to be privy to that, if you want to see what's coming up for you, by all means do consider joining the club. Otherwise, have an awesome week. Take care. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, and this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards. Let's get into it and see what your week has in store for you. Right, so the first card we are drawing is Awareness, and Awareness is card 7. Card 7 in traditional tarot is the Chariot, and the Chariot is normally depicted with a chariot and horses and movement. But let's look at this. So here we have this silhouette, this figure, who is clearly under some kind of stress, okay? Looking at the body language, looking at the hands. But then there is this opening. There is the split of the veil, if I can call it that. And coming out of that, coming through that, is Buddha itself. Okay, and the message there, or the what we're saying here is we need to let go of our stress and anxiety. We need to recognize that we are transitioning, we are changing, we are transforming, and we are transforming from who we were to who we are. Okay, and that is why we have awareness. It's about being aware of who you are. It's about being aware of your own strengths and your own weaknesses, but it's about focusing on revealing and becoming that part of yourself who you actually want to be, and letting go of the stress, the anxiety, and the concerns that you have around you. So Aquarius, it's saying to you that this week is going to be a week of truth. It's going to be a week of expression. It's going to be a week of showing exactly what you're made of, showing exactly who you are, showing exactly what is important and significant within your life. Instead of trying to hold, or trying to hold on to your anxiety and stress, it's about breaking away from that, breaking free from that, and allowing yourself to step out. It's interesting with this card as well. I need to say it to you. It's about staying focused. It's about staying focused on that transition. It's about staying focused on that change. It's about staying focused on the objective. And the objective is to let go of the stress, to let go of the anxiety, and to let go of our concerns. All right, let's have a look and see what this card wants to add. Oh, you see. Oh, I love it. It's transformation. You know, like exactly what I just said. It's transformation. It's about the development and the change and the progress. All right. And I mean, you can see here, first of all, there's a whole lot of arms. Okay, there's 8 of them in total, I think, seven, I'm counting. But there is so much going on here. We have got fire, we have got water, we have got energy. There's a face figure here. There's just so much going on here. And who we're going to be, who we're going to become, has not yet been decided. All right. Final outcome, final metamorphosis, final transformation has not yet been decided. We're still trying out different outfits. Okay, we're still trying out different thoughts, different ideas, different looks, different feels, different whatever. And maybe that's this awareness here. So maybe this was actually her trying on this outfit and trying to decide for herself whether it fits nicely and whether she likes it or not. And Aquarius, for you this week, be honest with yourself. If something doesn't work for you, if something doesn't fit right, if it doesn't feel right, let's change it. Let's not hold on to things that bring us pain any longer. Let's not hold on to things that aren't comfortable. Let's not hold on to things that cause trouble in our lives. Let's break away from that and let's set ourselves free so that we can explore and that we can be the person that we need to be. Let's have a look and see what Buddha Wisdom wants to add. Set your heart on doing good, do it over and over again, and you will be filled with joy. Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Set your heart on doing good and do it over and over and over again, and you will be filled with joy. I love that. that is truly, truly amazing. Just waiting for the camera to figure out its focus. Nope. There we go. All right. So Aquarius, your week ahead, it's not about pleasing other people. It's not about doing what is expected of you. It's not about doing things that that everybody else is concerned about or that everybody else wants. It's more about you being honest and truthful with yourself and recognizing that change is not a bad thing. Transformation is not a bad thing, but you need to be aware of what brings you joy and focus on that. All right, Aquarius, I'm now going to move on to what's called the extended reading of this. The extended reading is another 5 minutes or so, depending on what comes through, but we add a whole lot of cards to this reading to get more information on this awareness, more information on transformation, and a whole lot of other information. And that is a perk of being on my YouTube channel membership. Everybody is welcome to join. Information is in the description or above. And yeah, I hope to see you there. Otherwise, have an awesome week. Take care. Hello and welcome, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. And this week is the 18th to the 24th of January 2021. And this week I am working with the Osho Zen Tarot and the Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine Oracle cards. Let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Right, so Pisces, we have got the Two of Pentacles. That's what the traditional suit is, and it's telling you moment to moment. So Osho Zen doesn't quite follow the traditional tarot system. It's a system all on its own. And what I love looking at this card is that you can see all these blocks in the background here and in the foreground, okay? And we've got all this wavy energy, and he's stepping. So this wavy energy could be water, it could be opportunity, it could be challenges, it could be anything. These blocks, it shows that life is full of challenges, life is full of blocks, life is full of the things that we don't always know how to navigate, but he is finding his way through. He is finding a pathway that he's sticking to, but in order to do it, in order to achieve everything that he needs to stay moment to moment. It's about balance, because that's what he's got here. He's balancing on the one leg. He's not worried about what's going to happen when he gets to that rock. He's not worrying about that at all. He's like, this is where I am. This is what's important. What is around me right here? What is potentially going to knock me off my rock? What is potentially going to disrupt me right here and right now? And that's what he's focusing on. It's all about finding the balance in your life. It's about recognizing that there are conflict, challenges, and obstacles all over the place. You know, they really are all over the place. But instead of trying to be worried about everything, instead of trying to be, you know, focused on absolutely everything, we have to be focused on this step only. Okay, so Pisces, that is important for you this week, is to try and remain in the now. Try and remain in the current step, in the current activity, in the current challenge. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by the magnitude of everything. Don't try and fix the whole world in one day. Focus just on one thing at a time, and by doing that, you will make good and steady progress. Let's have a look and see what this card says. Totality. Wow. Let me bring it closer because, again, you need to see the image. So here we have, I'm going to call them swingers, but that's so the wrong word to use. But here we have, and this lady in the green suit, she is being passed from the one to the other. We don't know which way they're going, but the three of them are working as a unit. The three of them are working together. If one of them slips up, if one of them makes a mistake, if one of them lets go prematurely, there's going to be disaster. There's no safety net. Okay, there's no safety net. And here we have totality. And the interesting thing about this particular card is saying that we need to, as much as each one is doing their own job, as much as each one of those acrobats, I don't know what they're called, as much as each one of them has their own function, has their own job, has their own objectives, they do need to work coherently. They do need to work together. And again, moment to moment. Every single moment determines what they do, determines the next step, determines the next action. All right. So they know all the potentials, they know the risks that they're taking, they know all the opportunities that may or may not be present for them, but they are trusting that each person's going to be at the right place in the right time. And as they get there, As they take that step, as they connect or disconnect, they then respond onto the next challenge, onto the next activity, and onto the next thing. But it's about recognizing the totality of the entire situation, being moment to moment, but looking at it in its entirety. And Pisces, that's what you have to do this week. It's about being aware of the bigger picture while focusing on the step-by-step details, the moment-to-moment details. Let's see what Buddha Wisdom wants to add. Oh, wow. You see, as long as you have unwavering faith, you are a truth seeker. And being a truth seeker is all that matters. Knowing the truth, being the truth, living the truth is the only thing that truly matters. And unwavering faith, is that not what this card gives? Is that not what is being said there and there? Unwavering faith? Oh, I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. So, Pisces, a week of unwavering faith for you. Focus on where you're at now. Don't focus on what's coming up, or don't focus on where you've already been. Focus on where you are at now and recognize that everybody has a part to play. Pisces, I'm now going to move on to the extended version of this reading, which means that we take everything in a lot more detail and we explore more and we get more information. And the extended reading is available to everybody on my YouTube channel membership. You are welcome to join us. You are welcome to connect with us there. Otherwise, have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care.